Today's bucket project is the bucket mousetrap. Nice and simple. I didn't invent this. I don't know where it came from. Unfortunately, I'd like to give credit where it's due, but it works well. And I'm going to show you how to put it together. Enjoy. This is the material list for your mousetrap. Material and tools. Got for tools, I've got a saw. You could do this by hand if you want. I've got a drill gun, and then I've got tape measure, pliers, some sort of pin to mark with, a couple of drill bits. This bigger drill bit here is drills a big enough hole for these screws to go through, and this smaller one is for pilot holes for the screws. So, the materials you'll need are, of course, a 5-gallon bucket. Just plain 5-gallon bucket. You'll need some wire, a clothes hanger, a couple of screws, 2 shorter ones, and then a slightly longer one. It doesn't really matter, just so they work to do the job. And I've got a board here for a ramp, just a piece of old junk wood that I had. And this is an old mop, any kind of broom handle sort of arrangement. Broom handle seems to be about right size. So that's where we'll start. Never mind all the stuff to that side. It's from other projects. I do a lot of projects. As you can see, my interesting pile of stuff in my shop here. So figure creative minds are dirty. So there you go. Here are the pieces after they've been prepped. I've actually got some bait here that I'm going to use later. This stuff works really well. It's just some liquid mouse bait, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so after these pieces have been prepped, I've taken my bar, my piece of broomstick handle, and I've cut it so that it fits inside my bucket. Oh, like that. Okay, so it fits inside nicely. Alright, I've drilled into the ends of it, and basically thinner. I've drilled a hole on each end with my smaller drill bit. And the sides of the bucket, I've drilled holes with the larger drill bit, basically as opposite of each other as I could. These handles help you line it up the center, so it makes it nice and easy. I drilled those there. I've also drilled in the top of this here a couple of holes. Those actually you don't really need, you just drive a screw in. And then I've drilled a hole on each side of the bucket at 90 degrees to where the bar is going to go through. See, that's the hole for the bar there, and then there's the little hole over there. And those little holes on the side are going to hold up the wire bait holder. The clothes hanger, I cut the twisty ends off, well, at least one of them, and I've taken it and gripped it with my pliers, the center point right there, and twisted it just to make a little twist. You could just bend it if you want, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Not critical. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this bar, we're going to put the screw, take the 2 screws and put them in to hold it in. So we'll do that first. So here we are for assembly. My bucket, got 2 holes in the sides. Oops, let's get that camera right. I've got a hole here, a hole there. Bar goes in there. I'm going to take my shorter screws and they're going to go through the hole and into the end of the rod. Nice and easy. Drill gun. I swear I've done this before. Try being screwed. Put that in there. I don't want it tight, I just want it in there so it'll spin. Do the other side. Same way. Line up the hole and screw. Okay. Do that. Spinny ball. Okay, we're going to take our wire. We got the portion here. I want this portion directly over the bar. So we're basically 90 degrees here. I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to put it through the smaller hole on the side here. And I'm going to kind of make sure it lines up the way I want it. And then I'm going to take this free end and I'm just going to bend it over. Clothes hangers work good for this, nice and stiff. And bend it over until it's like that. See that? Just wire bent it. Take the other side, put it through the hole on the other side. make sure that this lines up over my bar, close enough to it, and then I'm going to bring this one over. Same way. The final step here is to put the ramp on. It's just this piece of scrap wood that I had. You need to make sure it's not too steep. I think that they won't like it if it's super steep, although mice can get into anything. You can probably hang a rope off the side. But I've got the board, and then I've cut a notch there. And then it can just sit on the edge, or you can put the longer screw into here to hold it on. That way it doesn't flop off, which is what I'm going to do. Okay. There you have it. 2 ramps would probably be better than 1. Here's the mousetrap ready to go. I've got the bait holder there, the spinning bar, the ramp. I got it back in the corner of my garage. I'm going to take this mouse bait that I have, and I'll put a little bit onto the bait holder there, and then maybe some on the bar. This stuff's cool because you just stick it on everything. So I'm gonna put some on this ramp here. Squeeze some out. It's just, I don't know what it is, but man, the mice like it. So there's some. You can use other things too, obviously. I'll put a little bit on this bar, not too much. I don't want them to get their fill. Okay, and then in this case, I'm gonna put some on my bait holder right there. There we go. And maybe a little bit near the center of this bar. This stuff's cool because you can stick it on. You don't actually need the bait holder with it, but it's got a good odor. And then we're gonna leave this overnight, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll have a mouse in the morning. Got one. Sorry, I don't have any video of catching him, but there he is.